Hello my bitty bees and welcome back to my channel. Once again, I apologize if you hear shaking and the sound of wind. Every single day I have free to film. The weather is just absolutely insane. But anyway, I am here today to share a little bit of an interesting video with you today, and that is how to do DIY eyelash extensions. Now, before we start to panic, I'm just going to do a little bit of a disclaimer here. First thing is that DIY eyelash extensions are not as permanent or semi-permanent as professional eyelash extensions. They won't last nearly as long. With professional eyelash extensions, you're looking at up to about a month of longevity out of them. With this, you're looking at maybe 2 weeks. Reason being is because the glue that we're going to be using today is completely different than what a professional eyelash extension artist would be using. Once again, with that being said, please do not use a professional grade eyelash extension glue to do your own DIY at home eyelash extensions. I cannot stress this enough. A glue that a professional lash tech uses is very, very strong. The fumes of that glue, if you do it on yourself, can give your eye a chemical burn, which can result in temporary or permanent blindness, especially if you actually get the glue in your eye. The fumes alone can chemically burn your eye, which can result in loss of vision, even semi-permanent loss of vision, or full-on loss of vision. So please, when you buy a glue, do not buy one that is made for professionals only. To continue that note of glue, the glue that we are going to be using today is by 𝐏𝐲. It is a individual eyelash adhesive. This is what makeup artists use when doing clients for photo shoots where they want to add individual lashes on that are not as intense as professional eyelash extensions. This glue does not have the longevity power of a professional eyelash extension glue. It will last up to 2 weeks and then fall off. Think of it as the step up from a glue that's used for strip lashes. So this will last a little bit longer. Please do not use a professional eyelash extension glue. You will go blind. Otherwise, the next item that we will be using is this little sticker right here. This is the little tab that we are going to use to put our glue on. You really can use anything that's like paper or any kind of plastic, just a surface that you can place the glue on so you don't ruin a plate, a spoon, whatever you want to use. So just this little item here. Next, I'm going to be using these eyelash extensions. These are eyelash extensions that I got from Amazon. Yes, you can buy professional eyelash extension items from Amazon. However, the quality is not going to be as good as a brand that sells strictly to eyelash extension artists, but this will be just good enough. So these are individual eyelashes. They can be used as classic lashes or they can be used in custom volume lashes. I'm going to try a little bit of a mix of custom volume with classic. This is going to be a super tedious process, but why not, right? Let's try it out. And lastly, I have these eyelash extension tweezers. Once again, you can get these on Amazon as well. You can get eyelash extension tweezers from there. First things first, you're going to make sure that your eyelashes are completely clear of makeup and are freshly cleansed and dry. You don't want any oils on your lashes as it's going to ruin the retention of your eyelash extensions. The cleaner and drier they are, the longer you're going to get out of your lashes. Next, I'm just going to select my sizes from the case. Opening it up, you will notice that there are a few different sizes of eyelashes, anywhere from 8 millimeters all the way up to about 15 or 14. That is the length of the lashes. So I have a mixed tray and the weight is 0.07. If you're doing volume eyelashes, you don't want anything that's too heavy as it will weigh down your natural eyelash, and then the eyelash that grows in after that will be pointing straight down. So don't use anything too heavy as it will ruin your natural eyelash. I'm just going to pick up the sizes that I want. So I want 8 millimeters. Just going to stick it to the front of the case I also want the 10. I also want the 9 millimeters because I personally like a little bit of a shorter look on me. Just sticking it there. Then I'm gonna go all the way up to 11s, 12s, 13s. Then I'm gonna also pick up the 14s and the 15s. I like to do my best to create sort of a dramatic cat eye, but we'll see how this goes. Before dropping your glue, you want to shake it for about 3 minutes. That's going to give the glue a good consistency so the formula is equal throughout. So just going to take this glue by 𝐏𝐀 and I'm going to put nice drop right onto the center of that and place it somewhere I can reach so I can conveniently dip into it. Having a mirror that I can hold close up to my eyes so I can get a good look at where I'm placing, I'm just going to pick up some lashes. This really is, to be honest, the tricky part. So right here I made a little fan and then I'm going to dip into the glue, just the base of that fan, and we're going to place it right on my eye. Not directly on my eye, but right wherever I can get it. Oh my. That was difficult. I hate it. Let's start over. The one thing that's nice about not using a professional glue is that it takes a little bit to dry, so there's no real rush. If you get it and you don't like it, you can always redo it to place them. Can barely see it. So I'm just going to continue doing that all around my eye best that I can. Now mind you, this probably is not going to look nearly as good as if a professional did it, but whatever. At least it's all fun and games, right? Another thing that's great about this glue is because you're doing it DIY, you really don't want to be using that professional grade glue because 1, it's not safe, and 2, these are very, very temporary, so they're not going to ruin your lash growth. And one thing that can happen if eyelash extensions are applied improperly is that if you glue with a professional eyelash glue onto multiple eyelashes, so not individuals, it can block the growth of new lashes, which is really not healthy at all for your eyes. So that's one thing that's nice about this glue, is it's not going to affect your natural eye growth because they're not that long term. Okay, so this is what I have going on so far. It's going to take a while to get this done. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up my eye and then I'll show you the end result just cause it's a little hard. But actually, let me just try throwing a 15 on there just so that I can show you guys the difference. So the 15 is really long and you don't want it right at the end of the lash just because it'll make a little bit of a droopy effect. So I'm just gonna stick it right over there. You can see. One thing you want to try to do as well is make sure that the direction of your lashes are pointing in a pleasant way and not too much all over the place. Of course, this would be easier if a professional was doing it. So anyway, I'm gonna finish this up and tune back in once we are complete, which I feel like it's gonna take me maybe almost an hour. We'll see, I'll let you know. Okay, you guys, so I think it's been maybe 30 minutes and I would say my one eye is done. So just taking this spoolie, combing through. I went for more of a volume wispy look and I do have some peaks going on. So this is another eyelash brand that I did order from Amazon. It's Nagaraku, and it's their Ellipse Flat Eyelash in the 12mm and the 14mm lengths. I added those throughout kind of sporadically, so there's maybe like a 12 here, a couple 14s in here, and then more 14s at the edge. Those are those denser, straight looking lashes that you might see throughout this look, just to give more of that strip lash look. But here is kind of a comparison of the before and the after. That's probably all I'll do. It's helpful to comb gently throughout your application, just because it does help to give more of a separation so you can see the sections that you may have missed. Now, like I said, these will last maybe 2 weeks. Try not to get them wet for 24 hours after application, just because that will last a little bit longer. And also gently wash them regularly with no oil products. Do not apply any mascara on top of your fake lashes. It will make them come off faster. So basically avoid absolutely everything that contains oil, or else your lashes are going to fall off faster, because oil breaks down the bond and the glue. And just wash them regularly. The worst thing you can do with eyelash extensions is not wash them with an oil-free cleanser regularly. You can get bacteria buildup, and that can make you get eye infections. So it's really important that you keep your eyelash extensions clean while you have them on. But do remember, since these are the safe to do yourself eyelash extensions, they will start to fall off over the course of the next 2 weeks, and maybe around the end of the 2-week mark they will be either completely off, or some will still kind of be lingering. I'm going to finish up and do the other eye, and I'm going to try to mimic the exact same thing that I did do before with this one. So I'm going to kind of give you guys a little bit of a lash map just to show you the pattern that I did do. So I'll insert it here. So starting at the beginning all the way to about here, we have 8mm volume lashes ranging anywhere from 2D to 4D. Then I've added one peak of 12mm, so that long line that you'll see there, maybe a 3D volume, and then I also added 112 just to give a little bit of a fluffed, flared out look, but not too much. Then from about here to here, I have 9mm with 12mm peaks of those flat ellipse lashes. From here to here, I have 11s that start to come into 12 and 13s, so a small sort of gradation, and then I have peaks of 12 and 14 for the flat ellipse. And then from here to about here, I have 15s and 14s in 2D to 4D volumes with a couple 14 peaks throughout. And then from the outer corner all the way to here, I have 12mm volume lashes 2D to 4D as well. So basically, if you ever want to create a cat eye look, it's important that your peak is in this range, like your longest lengths, or else you'll get a drooping eye, and then you always tail it off with some 12s. So yeah, I am going to finish off the other eye and then tune back in. Okay, you guys, so it has been, I think, 2 hours. I honestly wasn't timing it that much, but my eyelashes are done. I'm just going to comb them real gently. I'm really loving the look. I mean, of course, getting it done by an actual professional lash artist would get more of a, I guess you could say, cleaner look. But right now, like, for a little at-home fun kind of DIY, this look, I think, is pretty nice. But yeah, so for a DIY eyelash extensions, this is pretty good if you actually have the time to do it. I had the time today because I was making a little video on it, and because it's something I've always wanted to do with proper eyelash extensions. I have done this actually before with the Ardell individual lashes, but they have the little like knot at the bottom, and I feel like it's just kind of not so much the eyelash extension look anymore. Well, this I feel like really gives you that eyelash extension look. So if you guys want to try this at home, please remember my tips. Be very, very careful with the products that you're choosing because you don't want to use professional eyelash extension products such as the glue because you will go blind. Otherwise, all the eyelash extensions that I used, I'll have linked in the description box down below. Everything that I got was on Amazon except for the 𝐏𝐲 eyelash individual extension glue, which is safe for doing it yourself. I know Ardell sells an individual eyelash extension glue as well, which is also safe for using on yourself as well. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope this was a little helpful tutorial for you guys, and I will see you in the next one. And of course, remember to subscribe to see more videos like these. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.